and she couldn't answer these questions to save her life.
President Obama was out there last week waving his finger at black men. When are Liz Cheney and Hillary Clinton going to wave their finger at white women? When are Bill Clinton and Joe Biden going to wave their finger?
Well, thank you for highlighting that. I do have the support of over 200 Republicans who worked for various administrations, including everyone going back to Ronald Reagan, to the Bushes, to John McCain and Mitt Romney, and including Liz Cheney, and I'm very proud to have her support.
Why is she celebrating that she has over 200 Republicans endorsing her? We are not stupid, Madam Vice President. We know that these individuals represent the establishment, okay? The everyday American does not want to hear from these people. They don't care that these people have endorsed you. They haven't done anything for these people, like you haven't done anything for everyday Americans.
Why are black men not voting for Kamala?
If you don't know who this is, we'll get to that in a second. It's just that we want to ask everybody, do you know about Yale University? Okay, for those that don't, it's Ivy League school, been around forever and a day. And we had a mate that she finished from there, alumni or whatnot. And part of her duties, though, while in school, was to call alumni and ask them for donations. Now, when the person on the other end of the phone found out that she was a student, there was a certain cross-section of these people that were really adamant and upset about her being allowed into school. And that cross-sections were older white males who were in the institution before they allowed women in. And some of them she would rile up by announcing that she was also a female. They didn't let women in back in the Gap either, right? Right. So when we go back to Margaret Thatcher, she was the first female prime minister in the UK or whatnot. And the thing is there were a lot of people of that same persuasion that were not happy with her doing that. It's just that there was a great deal of problem with the ideal of foreign influence and ambassadorship and whatnot, because there's a certain region in the areas where women aren't supposed to be in charge. One of which just recently allowed women the right to drive and go out of their home alone, and they're going to see infidelity and divorce or honor killings and stuff like that. Yeah, it's going to be a thing. But we say all that to say this, is that they're saying black men don't want Kamala Harris in office because she's a woman. And there is a cross-section that exists. While they're also forever Trumpers, kind of like never Trumpers, but like J.D. Vance used to be until he got on the ticket or whatnot. But they're forever Trumpers. They believe January 6th is cool, the steal and all that, and he's a convicted felon, no big deal. And by the by, you can't serve in the military, vote, or own a firearm, but they're going to let this dude get the nuclear codes, be the commander-in-chief. That's kind of weird. Whereas there's a great deal of brothers out there who unfortunately believe those checks that were signed by Trump came from Trump, even though Donnie blocked it as hard as he could. And then there's a cross-section of people who have their money's right, so they're in that tax bracket to where the Republican Party is their best thing. And then there's some diehard, just straight-out Republicans. And then there's black men that don't want Biden 2.0, which would be an Obese 3.0. And then there's black men who just don't believe in her policies or her ability. And then there's black men who are like, oh, I don't want a woman in charge. While there's black women out there, and women of all races, that don't want a woman as president either. So it gets real sloppy when they start wagging fingers and then try to make brothers misogynistic or whatnot when we don't have access to the misogyny and the patriarchy and all that.
REX